Hi everyone, this is Gayle and welcome to Friday Frolics. I don't know about you, but this has not been a good week for me. Those of you that have followed me on Facebook saw that I lost one of my dogs Saturday, and it was such a shock. Actually, we thought she was the healthiest of the three dogs. And you can probably hear Pink breathing in the background. She's the one that is 14 and has uh, esophageal paralysis, which causes her to sometimes, well, she struggles to breathe, but then she also um, has a tendency to aspirate her food. And she's been on prednisone and antibiotics for like almost 2 months now, trying to clear up a lung infection. And she's the one we've been watching. And lo and behold, last Saturday, while I was here alone, of course, um, the dogs usually take a long nap in the afternoons and then wake up. Well, it's funny because two of them, Fort Dix and Pink, who's my daughter's dog, they wake up about 5 o'clock, but Daphne always waited till about 5:30. I don't know if she just liked being out there by herself or what, but about the time the other two would come in, after about 5 or 10 minutes, Daphne would wake up and she was ready to go out. And that's what happened Saturday. The other two had gone outside, and then Daphne woke up and went to get up, and she couldn't get up. Her back legs wouldn't work. And I'm not going to go into a lot of details, but I tried to help her up because sometimes her legs would go to sleep when she had one of these long naps. So I helped her rear end up and rubbed her legs, thinking they had fallen asleep. And when I let go, they just went out, splayed out. So I knew then we had a problem. But then she also panicked. So I checked with some neighbors to see if they were around to help me load her into the car because she's 65 pounds. And nobody was at home. It was a Saturday afternoon. Everybody's out doing things. So I had to wait for my daughter to get back from the barn. She doesn't take her phone with her into the barn because she doesn't get good reception. So there's no sense in lugging a phone around. So I had to wait for her to call me back. I had left her a message to call me as soon as she picked up her phone. So I was here for about an hour and a half by myself, just trying to settle Daphne down. She was very anxious. Took her to the vet, and evidently, while she was at the vet, she had 2 seizures. And I don't know if she had had a seizure while she was sleeping, and I just thought she was stretching. I'm not sure I would even know what a seizure in a dog would look like. But she had 2 seizures, and the vet said that normally when a senior dog, because she was 13, but when a senior dog suddenly starts having seizures, it's one of 2 things, either low blood sugar or a brain tumor. And she checked her blood, and her blood sugar was fine. So we pretty much, just thinking back, you remember Lola, the one that I saved or fixed or whatever you want to call it, trained. After Lola kind of caused a little chaos in the house just because she was a little bit more high energy than my dogs, because mine were seniors and she was just a young thing. And after Lola left, Daphne acted a little strange, and we didn't know if she missed Lola or if she had picked up some of Lola's habits. But she would get anxious over silly little things, like the cat would walk through the room and she'd get very anxious, like she was scared of the cat. And she's been around this cat for over a year now, and they've been good friends. So I don't know, I thought she was getting senile, to be perfectly honest. She would get up and just kind of wander around like she didn't know where she was. So I thought, well, it's possible that she's got some dementia, But as it turns out, when I told the vet about this, she said that was just further proof that this was a brain tumor. So I did the humane thing and let her go. It was very difficult. But this went on until like 9:30 Saturday night. So Saturday night and Sunday morning, I was a mess. After that, I've gotten better. I picked up her ashes yesterday. So they're up on the mantle waiting for me to think of a good thing to do with them. I've got little Misty. You remember Misty, my little 18-year-old Yorkie that I lost 2 years ago. Actually, I don't think I was making videos when I lost her. But she was 18 years old. And so she had lived a long life, and then she just gave up. She just gave up. But I've got her ashes in a little bitty urn about this big. You know, it's not very big. Daphne's are in an urn about this big and heavy as lead. But I had thought with Misty that I would buy a rose bush and sprinkle her ashes there when I planted the rose bush. And I did buy the rose bush and I planted it, but I forgot to do her ashes. So I've still got those. So I guess I'm going to be one of those people that has their dogs or their pets in urns up on their mantle for a while till I decide what to do. I won't keep them indefinitely, but you know, there will be a time that I will find just the right thing to do with their ashes. But anyway, that was depressing and expensive. It was $600, which is exactly what I needed after having to put out the $5,100 for a heat pump. So I am really strapped right now, but that, you know, it'll be okay. And then I had a bone density test 2 weeks ago and got a call from my doctor's nurse saying that I had osteoporosis, and the doctor wanted me to come in and discuss my treatment. Well, that was a shock. As much as I exercise, I would never have thought I would have a problem like that. And as it turns out, I have osteopenia, which is not as bad as osteoporosis, in my left femur neck. And that's where your thigh bone narrows and then makes the ball that goes into your hip joint. Right where that little narrowing is where I have some osteopenia. My hips are fine. They're normal, which doesn't surprise me because of the exercises I do. And then they also scanned my spine. They couldn't read the bottom of my spine because I do have arthritis in my lower spine. So they couldn't read that because of the thickening from the arthritis. But the rest of my spine was just slightly osteopenia. Not bad at all. And then my left arm, which is the only arm they scanned, they wanted to scan my non-dominant arm. My left arm has osteoporosis. So it's like, okay, so I'm considered having osteoporosis because it's in my left arm. I said, okay, I can go with that. So I went to the doctor. We've started a treatment plan. I'm happy with it. I checked with my daughter-in-law, who's the pharmacist, to check with her because I have heard some scary things about some of these treatment drugs, and I'm okay. The one I've got is fine. And that's kind of taken up my week. So it hasn't. I take that back. I did start a polymer clay video. I did the project, and I put it in the oven, and I've taken it out, but I need to film what I'm going to do with it now that it's out of the oven. So I'll probably do that today. So you'll have that on Monday. Let's see. I did make a card. I'm going to be doing a video on this if you'd like to see this card. I like to do the ones that are different. So I've got this, and look how it opens up. Let me do it. See, isn't that cute? I know it's backwards. Or is it backwards? No, it's not backwards. I love my webcam. It doesn't go backwards like my phone does. So I'm going to be doing a video on how I made this card. I've got all the parts over here. It's just finding the time to sit here and do my video. So I do have that coming up. The weather has cooled off drastically. It's supposed to get up around 80 again over the weekend. But yesterday and today, it's only been in the 60s. It's been kind of chilly, which is fine with me. As hot as we got this summer, I can do with some uh, some cooler weather. The only problem is it's been cloudy, and I don't do well when I don't have sunshine. I am a sunshine person. I don't have to be out in the sunshine, but I have to at least be able to see it. And when it's not sunny, I just get sort of blah. I don't know about you. But anyway, oh, I did get some news this week, and it kind of threw me a little bit. But Amazon contacted me this week and said that they would like to invite me to be one of their influencers. I've heard that term before and never knew exactly what it was all about. But evidently, when you do like a YouTube video or Facebook Live videos, or you have a blog that has lots and lots of subscribers, um, they feel like you're an influence in that area. And of course, my area was with the polymer clay because that's where I've got almost 6,000, subscribers. So what they've given me is my own Amazon page. My picture is on there and everything. And I can put items on that page, the Amazon, from Amazon. And anybody, I'll be able to provide the links to whoever would want them. And then anybody that buys anything, it doesn't cost them any more, but I'll get a little bit of a commission. So, hey, that works for me. Right now, I can use the extra money. So if you have anything in particular that you've seen me use that you would like for me to add to my Amazon page, please let me know, because I think I've put in my plastic paper. Oh, I haven't done the patty paper. I need to find patty paper. But I've done those plastic sheets that I use to wrap my clay and things like that. I put the Kemper cutters that I used in this last project that will be shown on Monday, but I've used them in other projects. I can't remember what all, I think I put the 8-ounce packages of black and white Primo. I can't remember what else. But last night I was just grabbing items as I thought of them. And as I do projects, whenever I use a product, I'm going to probably add that on my Amazon page. And instead of giving you links in my description to where I got them, I will give you the Amazon link so that you can go there and get them all in one place. You don't have to pay, shipping from several different places. And that way, it'll help you because you can get all your things in one place, and it'll help me because I'll get a little bit of a commission from it. I don't think it's much. I believe the percentage of commission is based on the type of products they are. And I know when I was looking into the Associates program for Amazon, their craft items had very low commission. It was like maybe 2%, if that. So I'm not going to be making a killing on these products, but any little extra bit will help. And goodness knows I'm going to need that. So I would appreciate it if you would check out my Amazon page next time you need to buy any polymer clay supplies. But please let me know what you'd like to have me add on there, because you may not know exactly what to look for, but I do because I've used them for many, many years. I will probably add things like the Inca Gold and maybe the Perfect Pearls, things like that I use often. And so that you'll have, you can go one place and you can get your clay and your Perfect Pearls and your Inca Gold and your cutters and everything all in one spot. So I'm looking forward to that, but I just started it last night. So it's up, and I will put the link to the shop in the description below, but there's not that many items in it right now. But I'd love for you to take a look and give me some suggestions on how I could change it and make it look more appealing. The Amazon colors are more like blacks and things, and I feel like my web page is kind of dark, and I don't know if I can change it or not. Maybe one of you do know. But I may throw in some of my paper crafting items if it's something that's not Fun Stamper's Journey, because you can't get Fun Stamper's Journey on Amazon. But there are other things that I use that are not Fun Stampers Journey, so I may add a few of those in there too. So those of you that are card makers, look on there for some items. Like I say, if you're going to buy any paper crafting items, I would rather you buy them from me on my Fun Stampers Journey site. But if you only buy one or two things every once in a while, you can, I'll put what I can on my Amazon site. So let's see, what else do I have? I'm in my craft room today instead of in my chair, my easy chair, because it's kind of dark. It's like I said, it's cloudy outside, and the only light I have in my living room where I usually sit and do this is behind me. And when I turn the light on behind me, it kind of makes the color and everything go kind of wonky. So I moved my computer into the craft room, which is a real challenge. I'm really seriously thinking now about moving my craft room into the dining room, especially now that there's just 2 dogs in the house, and move the dogs into this room since it's such a small room, and see what I can do there. But again, that's going to take money because I need to buy some furniture if I'm going to do that, and right now it's just not in the budget, so I'm in no hurry. Anyway, I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. It's fall, so craft shows are beginning to start. There's a stamp show not too far from me that'll be in 2 weeks that I'm, looking forward to going to, even though I don't know why I'm going. I won't have any money to spend, but I love to just look and see what's available out there. And my upline, my Fun Stampers Journey upline, will be there with the table, so I'll be anxious to see how she did that. Just in case I might want to do something like that here in the Richmond area sometime. But anyway, everyone have a wonderful weekend. I hope the weather is nice where you are. People in California, we've got Fun Stampers Journey coaches that live in the Santa Rosa area. And we understand how awful those fires are. We see it on the news every day, and whole neighborhoods are being burned to the ground, and it's devastating. So I'm praying for you guys. Hopefully this gets over soon, and maybe the winds are supposed to pick up again tomorrow, from what I understand, and that's the big problem with trying to get the fires under control, is the winds are blowing the embers and catching other things on fire. And the winds are supposed to pick up again tomorrow, and I'm so sorry, but I'm praying for you. And if there's anything I can do, if I can, I can't do much monetarily, but I can forward messages to people. I mean, I'm in Virginia. I can't offer shelter because you're 3,000 miles away, but just know that I am here, and if there's any way possible that I can help, just let me know. And if I can't help, maybe some of my subscribers can, because this is just a real devastating thing. We've had devastating hurricanes, and now we have these fires, and it just doesn't seem to stop. So, I'm not going to put my religious feelings about that out here today, but let's just say if this nation doesn't turn back to God soon, I don't know what's going to happen. So everybody, I will see you on Monday with a polymer clay video. And look, I might even put this card video, since this is not a Fun Stampers Journey card. The only thing that's Fun Stampers Journey is the base card. I used the buttercream and the little twine bow, and everything else is other brands, because I have a stash of fall papers and things, and I just wanted to use them up. So I'll put that on this channel rather than on my Fun Stampers Journey channel, because I don't want people to think I'm using it as a Fun Stampers Journey promotion. This is just going to be a fun card to make for anybody that's interested. So I will see you very soon, and I hope everyone has a great weekend, and I'll be back next Friday with another Friday Frolics. Bye-bye.